Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome back to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach. Today I'm unboxing Unmatched, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So, Unmatched, if you watched our top 10 new to me games of 2021, Unmatched Cobble and Fog was actually my number 10 on that list. The more I've played it, the more I've actually enjoyed it. It seems like it's kind of been a little bit of a slow burn. Just the different combinations you can have, even from that's the only one I currently had was the Cobble and Fog, but just kind of facing off the different characters in that one. It's just interesting, and how I think the game that I played kind of right before making that list, and it might not have made it if it wasn't the case, was I think Jekyll and Hyde versus it might have been Sherlock Holmes or something, and I got the Jekyll and Hyde card that allowed me to get rid of all my, I think it was Dr. Jekyll cards, and then hit so many damage for each one that I did, and I actually came back from quite a large deficit, so it made for a stand-up moment. But getting back to this one, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, as you can see here on Barnes & Noble, it was a cheap deal. So I just figured, well, I really liked Unmatched, so why not try to add some more characters? Even though I honestly know almost nothing, well, I shouldn't say almost nothing, I know nothing about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So, if there's any Buffy the Vampire Slayer experts watching, you let me know if it's something that's worth watching. I think it's like a television show. Not sure if there's comics and stuff related to it. Yeah. So, what do we got here? In battle, there are no equals. Unmatched, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I think I've heard that these characters are kind of some of the weaker ones overall in the Unmatched series, but I still thought it would probably be fun and unique just to try different matchups. But yeah, I'm guessing it plays very similarly to Cobble and Fog as to moving around and attacking based on kind of the cards you're using. So we got some of the dials here. These look really nice. There's some solid tiles as well. Willow. I'm honestly not sure who any of the characters are. Like I said, I know pretty much nothing about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But I suppose it'd be a good matchup against Dracula, I was hoping. Yeah, all these dials look pretty solid. I haven't looked at it too much. I'm not sure if all the dials from all the different ones so far are quite different from one another, or if they're somewhat, if there's some that kind of look similar. Ooh, we got a board here. I really like how this works versus a couple of the other line of sight games for something combat type related things that I've had. I really like how these circles are laid out, and it really shows you, yep, you're in the green area here, you are here, you are here. And just having some of the areas be kind of multiple. So for characters with the range attacks, so you can kind of be way over here and still be touching, spaces over there. I really like how clear it's made on here. I know it may not be, it kind of covers up a lot of some possible good artwork on there. There's a backside as well, it looks like. Laid out quite differently. I think that Unmatched, even from just playing Cobble and Fog, I can see how it's very expandable. You can make different board layouts, you can do different things with the boards, which I believe they've done now. And also just the different characters and decks. It's just so expandable, you can do so much with it. But I'm really excited about it. So then we'll go to these first. I don't think there's anything special about like the chips in Unmatched, but they're still very solid. I think that I like the looks of them. Kind of interesting not knowing who any of these people are. But yeah, they're solid chips. It's very clear where they are on the board, which is always nice. And we can put together their dials with those. We got the 4 different decks here. I like the artwork in these. I really like the artwork in Cobble and Fog as well. From these two sets alone, it seems like they've chosen, I don't know if it's the same artist, but they've chosen, if it's multiple, they've chosen some good ones from at least these ones. It looks like these cards are set up very similar to the ones in Cobble and Fog, where you kind of have some of the immediate actions. You got some attack, defense. Yeah, I like the artwork in this one as well. You could see how it could maybe be a little bit scary to some, maybe, but I really like how it looks. It gives me very similar vibes to the Unmatched Cobble and Fog ones. So that was, I don't know, that was Spike and Drusilla's deck. And who do we got here? And outside of maybe assuming Buffy is probably the most popular one or the top character, I'm not really sure who even, who the secondary character, who the second best character is in this or any of that. It looks like we got Angel and Faith. So yeah, it's also got the breakup of Angel cards. Wondering, and then we got some Faith cards. Yeah, it looks like it definitely has a look to it. He's looked very, has the same sort of art style as the ones we just looked at for Spike. Got that. And then we've got, we got Buffy and Giles or Xander. Two people, huh? Wonder if that, if I knew anything about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I'm sure that would make sense to me as to why there's the two options. Good boy. Get these cards open. Get that. Buffy may move through spaces containing opposing fighters, including when she is moved by effects. We got some more of that similar artwork. It's pretty nice. Mr. Pointy. Use that against Dracula, maybe. Yeah, I just love how simple of a system this is, but still leads to some interesting decisions. And like I said before, some, at least from when I haven't played all that many games of it, but still led to some stand-up moments. And it's kind of, I'm still in the, I'm sure if you were a professional player, or maybe not a professional player, but you've played it a lot, you kind of have an idea of what every deck kind of has in it. So like their best cards, or what the majority of their deck would be. It's kind of knowing what they'll hit you and whatnot. I'm still not entirely sure what's in every deck, so it makes it fun. Sometimes fun, or maybe not as fun, not knowing kind of what could be coming to get you. Because I think that in that game, Jesse's still relatively new to the game as well, so he might not have been aware that I had such a a killer card available to me. Yeah, I really like the artwork in this. Not sure, for some reason I was thinking the show wasn't like that scary, but some of this artwork makes it seem like it could be decently scary. But we got Willow. When Willow or Terra is dealt damage, Willow becomes Dark Willow. Ooh, at the end of your turn, if Dark Willow is adjacent to Terra, she becomes Willow. So we got those decks, and then we've got the different characters, which I really like the looks of the characters in Unmatched as well. They're very solid looking, and I really like the dark gray, black look to these. So yeah, even from these characters, I was just looking at the characters, I have no idea who any of them are. Which one's Buffy? Well, based on the cards there, this must be Buffy. Looks like she's got, what was it called? I don't even remember what they called it. But got that, and then we've got Willow, I assume. I don't know if she's got any weapon, just her hands. Then we've got Spike. Looks like he might be a vampire. And then we've got Angel wielding a huge sword with one hand. I'm guessing that would be a pretty heavy sword, maybe. I have no idea what kind of sword he uses. Yeah, that looks like that's everything inside Unmatched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm really excited for this one, and I've had my eye on a few other Unmatched games, so if there's any that you find to be the most enjoyable, leave a comment below letting me know which Unmatched set I should go after next. But otherwise, if you like the video, give it a like. If you want to see more unboxings or first impressions on some games, along with other videos as well, feel free to subscribe. Otherwise, I hope to see you on the next one. And as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.